Mhm. Yeah, I just thought that we didn't have the effort that we needed to. I thought we were just really laying down. Our toughness wasn't existent in those first two quarters. And I thought that they did a good job of taking heed of that. We had some opportunities where we bobbled the ball and now they're getting a three, you know what I mean, which really knocks the wind out of you. And I mean, that's part of the game. But if you take care of the things you need to take care of early, those don't hit as hard. But when you're down 19 or whatever, and you're trying to make a comeback and fight back, those plays hurt a little bit more. Yeah.
About what you saw on the bench. You came off that bench like a rocket, like firecracker. What did you see?
Yeah, that I needed to bring energy. Whatever the team needs, that's what I'm gonna do. And I think that we needed a spark. And so I knew that if I picked up the pace, play with a lot of energy, that my teammates would, follow that lead. And so that's what I tried to do tonight.
Coach, what are you guys? What were your thoughts on the team's communication as far as on the defensive end?
I mean, I think that we communicated okay. I'd have to go back and really and watch and see some opportunities. But I just think that, our transition wasn't very good today. Again, it starts with turning the basketball over, not sprinting back. Different things like that. I think at times we also let our offense sometimes fuel our defense, and it just needs to be the opposite way. If we're not making shots, or if we got some easy looks that didn't go in, or if we're not getting the calls that we need, like we just don't have the same type of energy on the defensive end that we need to have. We got to be able to, to be able to play through bad calls and different things like that. She got elbowed in the mouth. I mean, blood was gushing out. And for them to only assess a flagrant one, I think is absolutely ridiculous. Officiating has been notoriously bad all year. And, we sit up here. I've never sat up here and blamed officials, and I won't blame the officials. But we're expected to play at a high level every single night. These athletes on both sides, put in a lot of work to perfect their craft, and the officials need to be able to rise to that same occasion. They should be held to that same standard that we have. This league has a standard, and they need to rise to that standard. Throughout the season so far, like the amount of challenges that coaches are winning on stupid plays, on just a simple out of bounds play, is absolutely ridiculous. So yes, I was a little bit fired up and upset that they allowed her to, I don't understand how that wasn't a flagrant two. I really don't. I don't understand it. And they're going to find me for this, but I'm challenging them to rise their standards. Their standards need to rise. They cannot come into these games and not be at the best level that they need to be at, especially when these athletes are playing like they're playing. Like, officiating needs to get better, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They need to do a better job. And I'm not just saying that for my team. I've been in however many games so far. It's for both sides. Anytime I can send in clips and they can agree with 8 out of 20, that's almost 50% of the clips. Yes, agreed. This should have been a call. Yes, agreed. And that's just on one side of the basketball. It's not on the other teams. It's just on one side of the basketball. Then that means that they are not at a high level. So they need to raise their standards. They need to hold themselves to a higher standard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me okay? Ryan, let me ask you this question. The team is 4-2 on the road, 1-5 at home. What do you think you guys can do better at home? So maybe, turn it around a little bit more in the home.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's a home and away situation. I feel like it's a lack of focus. I feel like we just felt really good coming off of that long road trip that we had. And, you know, we just took it for granted. Probably let, you know, fatigue set in a little bit, mentally and physically. So I don't know, we know we have to be better, so.
Yeah, question from the, you better part of the body of the team for options for your first year with Miranda. When we're going through some new stretches, you know, when there are quarters where we're at against better, what are things that kind of been in the past that have been important and kind of thing that are on the fix for that?
Yeah, well, there's just got to be a certain belief that everybody has. I think, you know, body language is important. Communication, that stuff can't go away if a team goes on a run. And so it's just finding the rhythm, finding what people need in those moments. It could be different for every player, but some people want to be talked to, some people don't. But as long as we're, you know, still communicating and the belief is there, because if you don't believe you can win, then why are you playing the game? So I think just making sure that the belief is still there, because I mean, we've seen it and we've done it.